in the city in Russia, the abandoned island city where the polar bears have taken over?
No.
Oh, you got to see this. It's incredible.
I've seen videos of Russia of people like getting chased by polar bears in their town.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, there's like the one where the guy jumps on the snowmobile and it, like runs after him and
barely
stuff.
gets away.
There's a whole area in the Bering Sea that was, I want to say, a former mining town or maybe fishing town, and people moved out because it collapsed for whatever reason. This place, look at this. And the polar bears have just moved into town.
Oh, they're living in the house.
They're living in the house. Look at this. There's just
they took it over as a den.
Completely took it over.
Wow.
How cool is this?
That's amazing.
Yeah. They're just fully moved in, like living in the house. That's a drone shot, but this is not AI. This was legit.
They're so cool looking.
Oh, they're the coolest.
They're so interesting.
How amazing is that, though? Imagine imagine you're out on a boat and you're like, oh man, we've been sailing for 3 weeks. Oh, look, there's like a little village. Let's pop in there for a day.
That'd be a cool movie.
Yeah, that would be a good movie.
What I mean?
Yeah.
A bunch of people like, oh, we found a village. Let's go there.
You like head in and turn, like set up and then all of a sudden you're surrounded.
Yeah, it's all polar bear. You're like, why is there so much shit in this house?
Yeah.
Because they probably just shit right in the house.
Oh, yeah.
So they're pawing at the drones.
Yeah.
Wow. Look how cool they're hanging out the window. Like, hey, Tom,
Dude,
come on over. Have a drink.
You could put me in the glass box on this island. This looks so cool.
It is so cool. They're an amazing animal.
They really are.
But they're so weird. They're so long, too.
I went and did a sort of a trek with them.
Jamie?
Where are they getting food on that island if they're the only ones there?
Oh, well, they're the only ones there, but it's not. There's
just disappear in the
seals
water
and all
bomb,
kinds of
man.
other
Yeah.
shit.
All right,
They'll be hunting all the marine mammals in the area.
Yeah, they're the cleanup crew.
And they swim huge distances.
Oh, yeah, man.
A couple have turned up in Iceland. Did you know that?
What?
Yeah, there's, I think, 2 or 3 cases of polar bears that have swum from Greenland to Iceland.
How
And made
far
it.
is that?
I'm not sure, but it's not close, obviously. That's
crazy.
Took the Vikings like 100 years to do it. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah. And then
They
all
can
of a sudden,
swim that far?
200 miles.
200 miles.
Whoa.
Are you, hopefully this isn't a myth. Are you
No,
seeing?
this one says it was shot dead after it did it in 2008.
Yeah. And it
What?
swam across, right?
Yeah, I mean, they don't get off. They don't.
200 miles.
How crazy is that? Just take a swim one day and end up colonizing an entirely new place.
So it's like the David Goggins of polar bears. It says, bro, I can make it.
Feel no pain.
Operation to Kill the Animal was captured on film. Let's fucking
That
go.
20-year-old video might not. Pop.
Let's fucking go. Let's see that video.
I got an error. 404.
Bummer. Yeah. But isn't that crazy? 200-mile swim as a bear.
Well, this says it might have jumped off of just a piece of ice somewhere, so it could have got a little float. On a
Right,
boat
it could have
and
hung
then
out for a little
swam
bit.
to shore, but still, even 50 miles.
That's pretty far.
Well, they can last so long with the fat that's on their body.
And they
right?
like snooze float. Have you seen that? They'll
Really?
they won't just like actively swim. They'll like kind of like snooze float in between hunting.
Oh.
It's kind of amazing because in the winter they have so much fat, in the winter stored up, getting ready to chill because they don't eat as much during the summer. Am I getting this right? I think so.
Right.
That they you see them like snooze floating in the ocean.
Well, they eat a lot in the summer to get ready for the winter, right?
I know they eat a lot. In midsummer, they don't eat a lot. It's too hot for them to actively hunt.
Oh,
I know that.
Really? How hot is it too hot for them to actively
Dude,
hunt?
I went to Manitoba, Canada, to go see them on foot, and it was like 75 degrees at the height of the day, or maybe 70. And they wouldn't be hunting.
Polar bears were frequently tamed during the Middle Ages. What? Says no bear has been captured alive in Iceland. Oh, but since then, receding.
90.
Whoa!
16 years after the first people got there.
But what's crazy if you think about that is all it would take if people weren't there is 2 polar bears over the course of polar bears' lifetime to wash up on the island, and then you have a population of polar bears there.
Right.
Do you know what I mean? It's
right.
like the male swims there, 5 years later the female swims there, boom, there's a population of polar bears.
Right.
So there's plenty of food,
What an adventurous female it'd have to be.
True.
1252, Henry III took delivery of a white bear sent to him as a gift from King Haakon IV of Norway. He decided to keep it in the Tower of London. The bear was either too big or too exciting to be taken to Oxfordshire, where there had been a royal menagerie at Woodstock since Henry I's reign. What's more, it needed to fish. So the beast was sent to the tower, and from what we could tell, it was well looked out for, although it had a muzzle and a chain to wear while on land. The sheriffs of London were obliged to lay out more than £1 a week for its upkeep, which added up over a year to roughly the expected income of a night.
What a wild story.
They had no guns to stop him. What the hell would you do to him?
Bows and arrows, I guess, and spears. The bear had a long swimming leash. The man wore waterproof clothes. What? The keeper? So it had a keeper. The bear came with a Norwegian keeper, and the keeper was allowed to lead fishing trips into Thames. How do you say that? Thames?
The Thames River,
Thames,
yeah.
Which the tower sat. The men wore waterproof clothes, again billed to the crown. The bear had a long swimming leash. There were salmon in the Thames in those days. So while being in London was probably not half so pleasing, the bear sitting on an ice floe in the Arctic Circle, it sure beat working.
The
So
way this
bear
guy
was-
wrote this is hilarious, by the way.
Tough, but
Yeah.
They, do you know what a sloth bear is?
Yeah.
Mean as anything.
Yeah, they're in Japan, right?
India and into Nepal in that area. Amazing. They're like a perfect example of not the size of the dog in the fight, but the fight in the dog, because they're not a very big bear, but they will take on tigers and everything else. They, a certain group, I don't know the name of them, a tribe, I think, in India, used to capture sloth bears, and they'd put a ring in its nose, like a nose ring, and then this barbaric, it doesn't happen anymore, but then they would take the bear onto the street as a street performer. I just read about this, and they would light a fire and put like a big sheet metal over it, and then walk the sloth bear onto it so the bear would dance because its feet were burning. Yeah. Yeah, they called it the dancing bears. I guess it was in Nepal. And yeah, it was a horrific thing that people
are
used to
so
do.
rude.
Imagine doing that though and being like, "Oh, this will be worth $1 or $2." Like,
Well, bear baiting, they used to do that with dogs. They used to have a chained up bear, and they would allow dogs to fight the bear.
yeah, it's crazy.
They did that with bulls.
Yeah.
You know, they'd have a chained up bull and have dogs attack the bull.
Yeah, they used in South Africa in the early colonial days, they used to do it with baboons and let the dogs and the baboons fight and bet money on it.
Jesus.
Yeah.
People are so gross.
It's crazy. But you know, like, I always have this weird stance. Do I agree with any of it? Of course not. But we wouldn't be where we were and care about wildlife and conservation if we hadn't made some of those mistakes.
Is that what that is, a mistake?
I mean,
It's also, if you hadn't seen half of your friends get cut in half by swords, you're probably your understanding of the value of life is probably completely distorted.
completely. Yeah.
You're living in a horrific time. Everyone's dying of the plague.
Violence is entertainment.
Right.
Do you know what I mean? Like, that is something to do, and life value is incredibly low. It's
Right,
like
like
life comes and goes.
The Colosseum was when? When was that?
I don't know. I should, but I don't. Yeah.
I think it was 2,000 plus years ago.
Yeah.
Somewhere around there when they first started having these crazy games there.
Do you know they used to flood the Colosseum and do ship battles and things?
I went there a few years back and we went on a tour.
Was it cool?
Oh, it was amazing.
Yeah.
But it's also like you stand there and you try to take it in. Like when I go to these ancient places, I try to just like sit and just try to imagine video. But when you're actually in the spot,
Yeah.
you know, like when you're in Athens,
Yep.
and you're like standing at the Parthenon, you're like, okay, what the fuck was this like?
Yeah. Yeah.
What was this like?
And that was like the center of everything.
Everything.
Yeah.
Democracy.
Exactly.